came in second, and then just got fucking first rounded.
Really?
I was like, what the fuck? Our pitching just fell apart. I was like, oh, this is cool. I love this.
That's like the worst way to go. Because, like, I mean, I haven't had that since that 2009 Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, we've been beat, like, as, like, a fan, I'd say we've been, like, Pacers and Colts beyond expectations when we get to the playoffs.
Yeah. That's how the Giants were that one year.
Yeah. And, like, I've never, like, felt like, I mean, the 2009 Super Bowl was, like, the first, like, falling apart.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, fuck. Because, like, even, like, when we went to the AFC Championship with luck and, like, that Deflategate year,
yeah.
Like, it's like I knew we were going to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, obviously.
Even if the balls were inflated.
No, dude, they beat us on the ground, too, that game. Like, Garrett Blunt destroyed us.
I know, yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that
like,
game.
fucking... That's one thing, like, people, like, don't want to talk about is, like, obviously, like, it does help or whatever. And, like, yes, like, they cheated by definition. But as a Colts fan who lost that game, like, the balls didn't matter. Our fucking D-line got destroyed. Our defense was horrible that game.
Yeah.
Like Garrett Blunt like looked like prime Jerome Bettis in that game.
My biggest one was the biggest like meltdown at the end of the season was the Rockets in Game 7 2018.
Yeah.
Well, my only thing, it's kind of like this it's kind of like the deflate game.
Well, I've had like meltdowns. I mean, like just kind of like when you're like, I've never had. I don't know if you've like as a sports fan, I've never been like overwhelming favorites.
But we were the 1 seed.
Yeah, but I still feel
that's the Warriors.
I don't know. I don't know how to explain like that. Okay, like that 2009 Colts Saints Super Bowl. We were the favorites.
Yeah.
And like we were like the overwhelming favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like obviously some people were like, yeah, the Saints are good, but like it was just like, dude, we were the best team in the NFL. Like we were the best team in the NFL, unfucking touchable. That was like my first sports fan experience. Like the Pacers have never been that. Like
never produced anything.
We almost lost to the Hawks round 1 that one year. If you remember that. But outside of that, because like we ended up winning that squeaking by in that series. Like
we're recording them. Though.
Yeah. No, I this is good. We'll let it run fucking a little bit.
We never did an intro.
No, it's fine. I mean, but like you said, you wanted to yap in the beginning.
Okay, that's fine.
My bad, everyone. No, I'm fine. Everyone. I do want to start off by saying my bad. I had Mike apologize for when he put his personal life over the pod, and everyone, I've put my personal life over the pod.
I was protecting my life. I couldn't drive.
Yeah, fucking lame shit. Anyway, I've been a real fuck up lately, so pod has been delayed. We have a couple episodes in backlog for you, but we're gonna get them to you. Oh, trust me.
They may be old news, but it's whatever.
They may be old news, but I feel like the Luka one's still pretty relevant, and also like all that trade deadline shit.
Yeah.
Basketball news like lasts like 2 weeks because like like the needle doesn't move too much until playoffs. Really. Mike, how have you been?
I'm good. I've just been, same old working.
Same old
like
living.
Yeah.
We're tonight we're all going out to celebrate our friend's birthday. He was here for, I think he made a camera appearance for that one episode.
Yeah, he's playing bartender last.
Yeah, he's playing
time.
bartender. I'll edit that episode. It's his birthday, so me and Mike are going to drink Korean barbecue.
Yeah, we're gonna drink Korean barbecue.
We're gonna drink Korean barbecue. I mean, it's gonna be an awesome night.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
it should be an awesome night. Mike is Nike.
This is my third time meeting him too.
Yeah, that's his vibe, honestly.
Yeah.
Mike's sleeping on the pull-out bed tonight. And also something exciting. It may not be the very next episode, but new setup loading. For the boys.
Yeah.
No longer me on the ground. Me and Mike are going to be even level. It's going to be fun. Obviously, I want to get into Super Bowl. I'm abnormally excited to talk about basketball this year. One thing I do want to say, I don't know what it is this year. I think it's because I was like so footballed out. Yeah. And I'll miss football soon. Like in like a week, I'll be like, "Damn, dude, this sucks." Like,
yeah.
But like, I'm really excited for basketball this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why, but like, I'm geeked over regular season basketball. It's not even like I have like too many horses in the race either. Like the Pacers are the 4 seed in a week East.
Yeah, we're
like
the 4 seed.
Last year we were in like a better, like things were like headed upward more. Mm-hmm. I'm still just kind of like I I don't know. I'm excited. Like I feel like this is like a fun year. I think this is like a super fun time to be a basketball fan. One thing, can I start off the pod with like I don't know if I've stated this with like maybe a controversial opinion. I personally love the new CBA, just the way it's set up to where like there aren't really dynasties. I mean, because I love the way football's set up, where you have to earn it. Like, you have to, all the second apron shit, and you really have to get smart with the cap and everything. Like, like the Chiefs, like, it's impressive that they made it 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's because they drafted late round picks so well, and then later in the first round so well.
Made trades and shit. Yeah.
Like you have to like earn staying on top, and I do kind of like that. You can't just like buy staying on top, you know, or it's just like you can't just keep at it. Like I mean, I think that's one of the reasons what's made it so much fun for me, because it's like, okay, like now, like, okay, like the Thunder are cool. Now we have to see how they work. Obviously they drafted well. They have like picks galore, all this shit. Very interesting. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
But let's see, like now earn it. Now earn it.
It's definitely interesting to see. Like, it's cool because you see more of the young teams kind of like break out.
Yeah.
Like, there's the Cavs.
It's a more even playing field.
Yeah, like the Cavs, they're not old.
Yeah.
The Celtics, they're not old either. I mean, their best player is like 26. Like Jason Tatum's not old. The Rockets have emerged into a Western Conference, like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say powerhouse. I'm not gonna fucking do all that. But, the Thunder are the best team in the league. Their best player is 25.
Yeah.
Like, it's very cool to see like a lot of these young teams like progress year from year to year and just all of a sudden turn into the top teams in their conference. It's really it does really make it look different to be like.
I'm looking at this Cooper Flag shit while you're.
The CBA does definitely like change a lot of this, where it's like you don't have to buy championships anymore. Like the Celtics made moves like. They only they traded for Derek White,
and they've still they've operated smartly. Like obviously, yes, they paid Drew Holiday, Derek White, and but the bill's gonna come due for that, and then they're gonna have no role players, and
exactly.
We're gonna see if that. It's kind of like we kind of we got to see is like, ooh, did the Eagles work this year? Oh, will the Chiefs it's kind of like throwing shit at the wall,
Yeah.
And it's been interesting, and even just testing, oh, did the Commanders work this year? Like, can you do this, this model?
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting. And one thing, it's also the playing field's more even, because it's I remember after the Pacers lost Paul George, it was I was like, oh, dude, it's gonna be 5 years. Then that's what it and it truly was like that. We were out of the playoffs for a while.
Yeah, it's
now it doesn't really feel that way. Being even the Hornets are not just because the Hornets are one move away necessarily. It's just 3 teams are 1 move away from being bad too. Being a rising team, you still have to pay the players, you still have to make smart trades. Now, I feel it's not as top heavy, and anybody. I feel with the new CBA, it's it feels more like NFL, I guess. Now we just need single elimination playoff.
Just a game.
That'd be awesome. How fun would that be?
It'd be hilarious. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the play-in? Do you like it?
Sure. I mean, it means nothing to me. Honestly, no. Actually, because the Heat went to the finals off of it. I was going to be it literally means nothing, but the Heat went to the...
Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
I like it. I think, I mean, first of all, you need single elimination basketball. That's as far as an entertainment standpoint.
It kind of brings a high school type of...
Yeah.
To it a little bit, where you play one playoff game.
And we've had times where it has mattered. I'd say that was rare.
Yeah, we don't see that much.
I don't think we're gonna see that too often.
It is also fairly new, so we can't really say much.
But sure. I mean, cool.
I've been that's the thing I've been thinking about recently. Do I really like it? I don't really care at the moment. It's whatever, because like you said, there's the one off where a 10 seed goes to the
Heat,
finals.
And also you can make a case that that really helped the Heat having an extra game.
Yeah.
And they just had momentum.
Jimmy took over.
They had so much momentum those playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely which is all what the playoffs are, is momentum, pretty much.
Yeah. Before we get too into basketball, actually, Mike, there was actually a big football game that happened.
Oh really?
Last Sunday. What'd you do for the Super Bowl?
I just watched it at my parents' house. Just chilled.
Same here. Ate
I was
food,
half asleep.
Gambled. I gambled.
I did too. I lost money. I didn't.
I ended up betting $100. Only lost $22.
That's good.
Gained a decent amount of it back. Yeah. If the Chiefs would have won, because I had the Chiefs winning. I
didn't take a money line.
Decent amount of money on the Chiefs winning. If I would have been up 80 if they won. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes owes me some money.
He does.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So Big Mike, what do you have any? I have some thoughts, but like, do you have any takeaways? Noticeable takeaways from the game?
This is one of the few times I've seen Patrick Mahomes have a complete meltdown in a football game, especially in the first half. He was really bad. He was bad. Like, it's sometimes like I said this to my mom. Or my brother, I was like, he looked like Daniel Jones for a little bit.
Yeah,
I was like, he's just making bad throws, bad reads. Obviously the Eagles' defense is incredible, but my point is like, he's played defenses that he played like the Ravens last year. The Ravens' defense was fucking phenomenal, and he just torched them in the playoffs.
The Zach Bond pick was like like I've seen Anthony Richardson do that play.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I was just like, it was like on your own 5. Like, it was impressive how bad he was. And like it was weird because it was like he was okay when it didn't matter, like in the second half or whatever. And you know what's so funny, like when it was 24-0, I was kind of like, I still like, I was like, I don't know. I think it's like, I still had like 40% hope at that point.
Yeah,
like,
I did too.
I'd say once it was 31-0, I was like, oh, okay, it is really done. Like, it's really, really done.
Yeah.
But even like, I say like definitely the DeAndre Hopkins drop was like
that's a big
one. I think that was the first time I was like, oh, this is really happening. I think before that, I thought I believed none of the Eagles' lead. Like before, and then that DeAndre Hopkins drop really made me be like, oh shit, like this is in play. Like actually, the Chiefs are gonna lose this game. Like that was insane. Travis Kelce, horrible game. Played horrible. Like, one thing we were talking about right before the pod, you're like, oh, do you think Travis Kelce retires? Counter argument, doesn't matter. Like, what if he's washed? Because, I mean, obviously, like, he played a little bit better towards the end of the regular season and had, like,
he had a good playoff game.
He had one good playoff game, but it was a nothing against the Bills and it was a non-factor against the Bills and a net negative against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, does Travis Kelce retire? We have bigger fish to fry, and he's making what, $20 million next year, I think.
They hope he retires, I think.
Yeah, like honestly, like obviously, like he is like a probably an elevator most of the time. Like this is a 2-game sample size and like a vast career that he's had.
It's just the first time we've seen him like have a down year.
Yeah, it's like it's weird to see like the armor removed.
Yeah, it's definitely like not a thing we're used to. Like, like he's been a top tight end since he got in the league, pretty much. You know, like he's what, top 3? I'm not gonna give him the 1. He's not the greatest of all time to me still, but like, it's hard to like. You got to come to the realization sometimes and be like, damn, he might suck now.
So this like, because I feel like the argument with him like, which could be made him over Gronk is like the longevity. But like this game was like bad. Like so
they both didn't really.
You kind of like can't argue that. I mean, obviously like he's had a longer career and everything, but yeah, it was super weird to see that. I was just shocked in so many aspects, and I feel like in retrospect, maybe the Chiefs' defense didn't even play that bad. Like obviously they got blown out, but like. They're backs against the wall. What like the Cooper DeJean pick 6, so I guess they had extra rest. And then that Zach Bond drive,
they've gotten like inside the 10 on that one.
Inside the 10, so nothing you can do about that. The Jalen Hurts interception, and then what was it? Patrick Mahomes or didn't he fumble like the next drive or some shit?
Yeah, he fumbled like right after.
Yeah, so it's just like, I mean, so like, and Saquon Barkley, I had him over 80 yards. He had 57. So like, 90, and obviously, like you can't stop. Like that's one of the things about the Eagles' defense. They made Jalen Hurts beat them, and then we'll talk about that later. Like Jalen Hurts beat them. Like he did his thing. But I mean, they did a great job like stopping Saquon. Like he didn't really do shit. Like he didn't
put up a Saquon game.
Yeah, and like that was like, and in my opinion, I thought that would win you the game if you did that.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, and I think. It's really it was just like an eye-opening game to that team build because okay, like they're not paying Trey Smith, like I'd say that's out the window. Yeah. We put him on every team in the NFL this season, and like the thing about him, like regardless, he's going to be overpaid. Like he's an above-average guard, which is not something you find in free agency.
Yeah.
And I would like go so far as to say he's good, and like I think you would too, but like he's not going to be worth the money that you throw at him. But that's like cost of doing business. You have to, like, if you're
especially for offensive line.
Like, okay, like, do you think the Bears are like, I'm good? Like,
the Giants overpaid John Runyon last year.
Like, you just, like, it's some shit that you have to do. Like, I think it's like bad business not doing that. Mm-hmm. But it's just weird because, like, the only, like, outstanding offensive lineman, Joe Tooney is, but he had to play tackle, so
he played shit. He played like shit.
Yeah, but he's not a tackle, So like the only outstanding in position offensive lineman you had was Creed Humphrey, because I mean Trey Smith didn't have a great Super Bowl. And Creed Humphrey's good, and they signed him to a long-term deal, which is good. They have him locked in. I mean, you need to find another tackle, but like, man, like, so like, what's the obviously, like, this is looking ahead because I've done like zero draft prep at all. Like, obviously we've had like the little like conversations about Shadur, but fucking but like, so what do you like, go first round left tackle, see what you can do, like, just like so much shit like that.
I don't know, because I feel like the only tackles that are worth anything would go before them. But then again, they also
that's what I'm saying. So you're just like, because like, okay, like, the one like kind of like exception was like last year, like Amarius Mims. It was like all the tools, but like injury prone. Mm-hmm. I haven't even looked. I don't. There's probably not a guy like that this year.
No, yeah. There's.
I mean, Amarius Mims was like a rare case. It's like, oh, the Bengals just got like a potential franchise left tackle, and then like there's like, oh, okay, there's a reason, like fucking one thing that has been fun, I don't know if I brought this up in the last podcast, people on Twitter have been like, Jalen Carter fell to the Eagles. Like, was that like...
He drove to the Eagles.
Yeah. Was I the only one there?
Yeah. Like, we saw that, right?
Do you guys remember there was like a thing and everything, right? Where we do not remember the thing?
He has a mugshot.
The thing, guys. No, that was... that was off topic. But yeah, I think because the reason why they traded Tyreek Hill was so they could sign offensive linemen and improve the defense. Because like their team build, like after that Bucs Super Bowl, I think they kind of like, and I think the Bengals loss was fluky. Like I genuinely think Patrick Mahomes was like I think he got concussed and was like operating on like a fucking like Stephen Hawking level physically at that moment, and I think that Bengals game is just like fluky, in my opinion. As much as like like I was in Cincinnati for that. That was an awesome moment. But, like that was
I was rooting for the Bengals.
Yeah, that was fluky. Outside of that, but like I think they kind of knew that team build that they had with like Tyreek Hill, paying him. They was just not going to be like lasting.
Yeah.
And they built a really good defense, but like you can't pay L'Jarius Sneed. Obviously, good move because like he spent like most of the season on like IR last year, but like now you have like you had kind of a cornerback problem most of the season.
Trent McDuffie turns into a star now.
Yeah, and Trent McDuffie also is going to need to get paid soon. So like the bill comes due for all these guys. I mean, I'd say Karlaftis probably gets left left. It's interesting. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do going forward. But yeah, I just like overall, like Patrick Mahomes is on a team friendly deal and everything, and this season didn't feel team friendly, honestly. Like, and he didn't play like exceptionally well, but like the Super Bowl showed like, I mean, this team isn't gonna like help prop him up whatsoever because he played horrible. And this is not to excuse Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm not going to excuse, like, he played really bad. Like, he played horrible. Like, I just compared him to Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. Like, he was that bad. But like at some point, like if Jalen Hurts played that game, it's not over. If Jalen Hurts played that bad, the game's not over. If Jalen Hurts, like, he didn't like elevate the Eagles. He won them that last game though. Like I would say, but like he didn't have a playoff game this bad as Mahomes just did.
No, he didn't.
I'm curious about and there's like a lot of crossing paths within this because I want to ask you a lot of questions. What does this do to Mahomes' GOAT conversation?
I've seen a lot of people overreacting about this too. Like they were like, "Oh, Tom Brady never went, played this bad in the Super Bowl."
And he did not. Like
he didn't play this bad, but the thing is, the first 5 Super Bowls, same record.
Yeah,
they're both 3-2 in their first 5, which 5's just making it's fucking crazy anyway.
Yeah, so agreed.
So like,
and yet Mahomes has made it much earlier.
Yeah, Mahomes is 28.
Yeah,
or I think or something.
No, he's about to be 30 this year.
Whatever. Still, like, Brady didn't make his 10th until like he was fucking 40. Was he 43 when he?
Yeah.
Like, dude. So like, I do. It's hard to think because it's hard to guess right now, because like, who knows? This could be the end. I'm not gonna say the end of his prime, but he could be like towards a decline, sort of.
No. Yeah, don't even.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, it's football. Who fucking knows?
Yeah. No, you are right. Nothing's guaranteed, but just trajectory. I wouldn't
lean towards.
Imagine if they did a Luka trade now because they heard you and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to get out."
Dude, he's fat.
We need to get out of the Mahomes business now.
Dude, he's got a dad bod.
Yeah, he's got a dad bod. Let's get out.
Let's go get a fucking JJ McCarthy.
Let's get Alec Pierce in a conditional second for send him to the Colts.
Yeah.
No, keep Anthony Richardson. He'll learn.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, there's
Patrick Mahomes is a bridge quarterback.
No, but there's
you like that one. There we go.
There's all these hypotheticals of who knows, injuries and
yeah, for sure.
Shit
I mean, Brady had that year where he just tore his ACL. Remember Matt Castle almost took him to the playoffs. You just never know, So yeah, I mean, it sucks. I say with the GOAT conversation, Brady was for the first 3 Super Bowls truly a game manager. And I hate how people are like, oh, that's such a bad thing. He did his job. Mahomes has yet to be a game manager successfly, I'd say, except maybe last year, but he's always an elevator and everything.
Yeah.
And this year, they probably they needed him to be a superhero, and he was the exact opposite, and they got fucking blown out.
Yeah, when you have a team that's not offensively, you had one real weapon, and he kind of underplayed, Kelsey.
Yeah.
You lost your receiver. You're heading into the season, your receiver 1.
Yeah.
Because he got tackled by his own quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, it's not you. At that point, you need him to be an elevator, right? It's not you can just game manage a team full of fucking old receivers and.
It's interesting because okay, you miss out on Rashee Rice. You fucking miss out.
Race.
Yeah, there we go. Pacheco's gone for most of the season,
and he didn't really
play too much
crazy.
Yeah, he and honestly, what wasn't he a 6th round pick, a 5th round pick, or something
like that? Yeah,
it's just there needs to be more playmakers because if not, okay, so you have a good defense, and last year their defense was generational, and this year it was above average. Yeah. That's not going to cut it. If you're going to cheap out on so many positions, because dude, they're overpaying Donovan Jones. They're overpaying, in theory, Joe Tooney. You know what I'm saying? There's just you spend premium money, which in theory that's smart. To get that left tackle locked down and save your franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. Fucking last motherfucker that played this way. Fucking. I haven't seen he played worse than fucking McCorkle. That was how bad it was. Fucking McCorkle Jones. It was bad. But anyway, enough talk, enough negative. Let's finally get to the champs. Mike, your 2025 Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike, as a Giants fan, will you give the Eagles their flowers real quick?
Yeah, I was going to anyway.
Yeah, I was because you had a couple questions.
Yeah. Did I forget my questions? Am I stupid? Oh.
Am I stupid?
Yeah.
No. And I just come in from Stupid Town? I'm sorry. Hey, what's up? It's Mike. Did I just roll in from Stupid Town?
Alright, you fucking done?
Hey, it's Mike.
It's okay. I'm done.
Alright, no, but I was going to, as a Giants fan, it is sad to see Saquon a little, But at the same time, I was a little happy for him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
it sucks that it's the Eagles.
I know. I was when he's in the off season, I was thinking if he signed with the Texans and they won the Super Bowl, I won't be that mad.
Yeah.
I heard that the Bears.
I would have been pretty mad.
Well, yeah, you would.
Yeah.
The Bears were apparently close with him too, which they weren't winning the Super Bowl, but you know what I mean. There was a lot of hypotheticals.
You mean Eberflus is in an elevator? You mean you don't think Eberflus is an elevator?
Fuck no. Anyway, but yeah, I was a little I had mixed emotions. I obviously he was my favorite player, and it kind of sucks that he left to the fucking Eagles.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? Eh?
Yeah, but
all things considered. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Big Dom.
Anyway, no, but what I was gonna say is like, is Howie Roseman like God?
Apparently. Yeah. So yeah.
That was like the one thing I brought up.
And like zero prep for this because like I haven't like looked into like too many GMs.
Yeah.
Obviously, as much as like the Jerry Jones and the Herschel Walker trade, it's my brother. So I zero prep on this, had like no idea, but Howie Roseman. So like the Jerry Jones Herschel Walker trade like set up a dynasty, and I don't know how. I guess if we're just talking, I don't know, but like Jerry Jones kind of really did wheel and deal for a while. Like he really was like a pretty good GM.
It's funny how
this Roseman team build, like the gutsy call is like firing Peterson, moving on from Wentz, like even just back then, like, you know, and then just building like a perfect team. And yes, the Bills going to come due eventually. Like they're not going to keep everyone on this defense.
No.
I mean, they already paid both their wide receivers. They're paying their offensive linemen a fuck ton. They're paying Jalen Hurts, which is like, I'd say is like the, you know, like kind of like the.
They have one of the more expensive running backs too.
No? Yeah, and like. One of the more expensive running backs, probably going to look cheaper and cheaper. It's also like optional every year. Like it's kind of like the Zion contract. But I mean, I would keep he is like the missing piece. And then you have a good amount of rookies. Like obviously like Slay, like the way that the transition has been like of rookie contract DBs, like your Slay's gonna be let go, and like, you know, you're just gonna be able to like lose guys like that a lot easier. Like CJ Gardner-Johnson won't be like too much of a problem when they lose him. Yeah. They have depth. Like you're not paying Milton Williams. I would honestly, just the way you're set up, I don't know if they afford Josh Sweat, but you have so much depth. You have, you know, Jordan Davis, Jalix Hunt, who like came on towards the end of the year. So like I just think his
Nolan Smith still.
Yeah, well. Nolan Smith played amazing towards the end. Yeah. Nakobe Dean injured, but like he was promising before that too. So you know, you just have a lot of backup plans, which is like something like the Bengals failed to do. Like you know, with Miles Murphy and Dax Hill, like just like it. Not everyone can do that. So like aside from like the big hits, like yes, like the chef's kiss to the AJ Brown trade. You know, like chef's kiss to being like the Zach Bond signing, awesome. Chef's kiss to all that shit, and he's a free agent this year. But like, just the replacement drafting. I mean, he's made Chris Ballard bend over and have his hands tied behind his back because like he has fucked the Colts. Like, and he built the dynasty off that Wentz trade. Really, like he got an extra first, and then what it traded back when the Saints wanted Olave. And like he's gotten Devontae Smith. He ended up using some capital for the AJ Brown trade. Like getting so many. Like he's just built an amazing team off of like just a couple moves, and then there we go. Yep, there we go, Mike. Yeah, I'm learning. I was really high on, Miles Murphy, you know, the physical tools. I was really high on Dax. Yeah. I was like, oh, they have a dynasty set up. Same with the Bills, you know, like this year was supposed to be like kind of like almost like the Thunder's evaluation year, you know, kind of because of how poorly they've drafted in the back, like Kyer Elam, like the big important misses. You can't have those. You can't afford those. Howie Roseman doesn't really have those. And I'd say his biggest miss is Jordan Davis so far, just because he hasn't been like world eater like we thought, you know.
Yeah.
And like that's like his biggest miss so far, you know. And it's just it's impressive. Oh, they're cleaning. Holy fuck. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm going to take a time out.
Okay, let's get back to it. Let's just talk over it. It's fucking insane. Anyway. Whoa.
That's creepy.
That was creepy. Anyway, whoa, holy shit. But yeah, it's gonna be the next real test will be because like already I'd say like, you know, the Eagles replacement level players have played better than the like before mentioned, and like you said, dynasty. The one thing that like when you're like like are the Eagles a dynasty? And like the closest answers the Chiefs. Like, yes, Karlaftis looked good. McDuffie looked good. L'Jarius Sneed at that time, he was awesome. So like, it's just like those late round picks, all those dudes. Like, like that's what keeps the dynasty going. It's not it's not hitting the layups. It's not oh, they have Mahomes. Yeah, awesome. Like, and my biggest hindrance to them being a dynasty is also the Jalen Hurts contract. I know it will age better, but it's not a team friendly deal. And he's not an elevator per se. I'd say they made him win the game and he won the game. He's not an elevator, in my opinion, and that's not like a huge negative because it's like who would you rather pay, Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy? Give me Jalen Hurts all day.
For sure.
I don't think this is like a killing thing, but like I think it could be like dynasty preventing for sure if he's and also this isn't me being like Jalen Hurts will never be an elevator. I think we've seen years where he's just ridiculous. Like the Super Bowl year, I would say that was his best. Like the year that they lost the Super Bowl, that was his best year, and at that time. Especially after the Super Bowl, I've been like, he's going to be an elevator. I think he still can be. I think he just has like, some weird habits and everything, but he's not, he still could develop,
Yeah, I saw some people overreacting about him. For some reason, there was like a conversation about if he's like a top 5 quarterback now, and I was like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah,
like we've seen like Brock Purdy. Obviously, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but like he managed his way to a Super Bowl because he had an all. Like amazing cast around him.
I would definitely throw Hurts above a game manager, and he proved it in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like he's above a game manager.
That's my point. Yeah.
He can win you the game. I don't like, and like he can also like single-handedly win you the game too.
He's got he has the running ability that.
Yeah, I mean he was who he was before this super team as well. Like it was still kind of like like there's something there like the whole time.
Yeah.
But ridiculous team. TBD on the dynasty convo.
Yeah, it is definitely like a weird.
But so your Super Bowl champions, the Eagles. This definitely saved Sirianni's ass for years. Which I don't know. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl and got canned pretty quickly. Howie Roseman, he wheels and deals. So this is definitely the much deserved notch on Howie Roseman's belt. Yeah. Some very deserving players get that ring that, when we think about it, because it is important to think about. It's like, AJ Brown was all time great. Now he has a ring. Devontae Smith, Jalen Carter, all these players that I think, in 10 years when we look back as all time greats, it's good that they got this ring. It was the right thing. It was just kind of like, okay, it would have been weird if AJ Brown retired without a ring in 2 appearances. So it's just it's good to see Lane Johnson get another one. It's just these guys, a certain amount of them have 2, and then the bulk of them getting their first one. Especially I think Jalen Hurts also as far as very good quarterback conversation. He has the Super Bowl ring. He has some impressive regular seasons. He's had some big playoff performances. Obviously, some really bad ones as well. But I don't know. I would have him as far as consistent play above Eli Manning. He doesn't have the elevation he does, which is I know you probably wanted to air something out about the whole Eli Manning situation soon.
We never got to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But that's my thoughts on the Super Bowl, Big Mike.
I forgot about that. I didn't freaking bring it up.
Yeah.
Well, my
is that in Mike's minute or no?
No, I was just gonna prioritize baseball for that.
Okay, yeah.
I completely. Well, I was gonna bring it up last week and we never did anything.
Why?
I don't know. Jack,
bad, yo.
Explain to that.
Bad, yo.
But no, what I was thinking is the list that was brought up for this who's above Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
There's the obvious ones: Lamar, Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a conversation between him and Herbert.
I would say Herbert, and then Herbert shooting down his leg,
regular season wise.
Yes, Herbert.
I'm taking Herbert. The problem is we haven't really seen Herbert have a good game in the playoffs yet.
True. Now, if Herbert did have Jalen Hurts' team, Herbert has truly never had a Saquon.
Yeah, but again, he's also. I just don't know how to.
Herbert has never played with an AJ Brown.
No.
Herbert has never had that offensive line.
He's had Keenan Allen.
Yeah, Herbert's never had that defense.
Exactly.
Like, this is the best defense he's played with, I think. Like,
yeah, which, I mean, that can only take you so far. Obviously, they say defense wins championships, but, like, the point is, like, so does having good receivers.
Yeah.
That can actually catch.
Yeah.
Which Ladd McConkey ended up being good.
Man, if fucking Jalen Hurts had fucking Quentin Johnson reading on the fucking sideline.
Oh, yeah, it'd be
You know how fucking funny that would be if Quentin Johnson popped out inner excellence after dropping a 4th and 2 mesh route concept
to win the game.
Holy shit, dude! I mean, I can't even fucking imagine that. Just imagine, oh wow! Imagine how bad the fucking post game interviews would be. Brandon Graham would have been fucking talking shit on the podcast, being like, "Yeah, they hate each other," and there would have been no "I love you, bro." There would have been no resolve.
Yeah, this would have been fucking.
Holy
it would have been
shit.
over.
Holy shit! That would have been crazy. That would have been fun though.
All right, well, You wanna get into some basketball? Let's look the halftime show real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
2 white boys talk about the culture.
I saw a lot of people overreacting about it. It was fine. I liked it. It was more for, like, the message that it was for, not, like, obviously the Super Bowl, everyone thinks it's like, oh, it needs to be a great performance and shit like that. Like, yeah, that's just the thing we've kind of made up, you know?
It's like this grand thing. I think it wasn't this grand thing everyone wanted it to be. I'd say that's, like, about it. Like, yes, like, the message, everything is in front of Trump, all that shit. Like, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. I think it's exactly what he wanted it to be, and I think exactly that's kind of like how Mr. Morale was. It was like he probably is like he's probably 100% satisfied with it, you know, and he's probably like that's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Yeah, and my thing was just like the whole reaction of like, oh, this is the worst one ever. It's like either you're just saying that because you're a little racist, or you just actually don't know them
a little.
I know. It's just like
that was so funny. That was cute. Thanks. It was adorable.
Or you just like don't like the music and that's whatever. But like there's been
and I get it if you're like 67 years old and be like what
and white
fuck.
Yeah.
I do think we should allow old people, and I think because like you and me in 50 years are gonna be like what the fuck, like it's inevitable.
I'm with that with some music now. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I'm saying. But like, you know, like it's like inevitable. Like that's just like generation after generation. This you're gonna be 70 and go, holy shit.
Yeah, like there was someone brought who was it? The New Kids on the Block did the Super Bowl 30 years ago. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
That's the thing that also like 2004. Janet Jackson's tits popped out.
Yeah.
There is I would say we've gotten cleaner, it's just it's just funny, it's just it's always going to be a problem.
I saw something, it was like it said Hulk Hogan was complaining about it. He said this is the worst one I've ever seen, and someone was like, yeah, because he had to bleep the N-word so you didn't understand it.
I know that. And there was no sex tape.
That's
I
was like,
so bro. Just no that was, I would say that was for a less Hulk Hogan crowd.
Yeah, it was definitely for sure.
Yeah, but no,
as a big Kendrick Lamar fan,
you and me are like obviously like just Kendrick fans, so it's like what else are we like?
Yeah, no, it's a biased opinion, but at the same time like you kind of have to. Like, even with, like, ones that I'm, like, not huge fans of, I've been like, that was a fine performance, even if it's not the music I listen to. I'm not a huge Katy Perry fan, but her performance was good. I'm not going to, like...
Yeah, and, like, I don't know, when we think about it, like, the Super Bowls have been, like, the performances have been underwhelming. Like, Rihanna's was not awesome. Like,
I liked it, but it was only, like...
plain. Like,
I like Rihanna,
though. I like Rihanna. Yeah, like, it was plain. Fucking The Weeknd's was, like, experimental, sure, but it was, like, also, like... No one like jumps off the charts anymore. It's like unless you're shooting yourself out of a cannon and like doing like a mid-stage circumcision. Like there is nothing like unique. You know?
The last ones we've had that were like great were like
the fucking dunk contest.
Yeah,
it's like
the Prince one was amazing.
Yeah,
the Michael Jackson one was great. You know, like there's a lot of these.
Unless you're ripping like ridiculous vocals and like SZA had like amazing vocals, but unless you're like ripping Michael Jackson vocals and dancing, like no one's gonna be like, what? That's the only time I think we'll get like a unanimous like, you know, like 80% of America loved it. That's the only time, you know.
Like what? Who would produce that though?
No one. Like
exactly. Unless you get like
Playboi Carti. Man, that would be like my dream.
That'd be hilarious. Awesome. I was trying to think of like realistic like people that would do it next year. My list is like 3 people.
Who?
I hate this one. Taylor Swift. I mean, you just kind
of. She's like more famous than anyone.
She's the iconic, like obvious choice.
She's Michael Jackson famous right now.
Yeah, pretty much. My bias one, because I understand this is gonna sound stupid, sort of. He's just big enough now to where it's like it would make sense. Travis Scott kind of.
Yeah, he already kind of.
Kendrick did that too.
Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like there's that level of fame now where it's like, maybe, but again, he'd get the same message.
And also, it would be hated. His would be hated.
I know, that's the
everything
problem.
He does gets hated.
Everyone's is. That's the problem.
But like his to like a regular extent. Like people would hate his no matter what he did.
Yeah, and then who was the other one? There were some like ones that like like Billie Eilish would be cool.
Death Grips.
Just like there's some people that like no matter what.
Timothy Chalamet. Imagine if Kendrick brought out Timothy Chalamet. Did you see them rapping in the car together? Yeah. I was like, I saw that on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? This will be one I don't even look into. I'm not even gonna click on the link.
I didn't watch the video.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to do this right now. I don't know. This is insane.
Apparently he knows ball though. He was watching.
He knows ball. He knows rap. He would be our coolest friend, and then he would also like we couldn't go out with him because
he's dating Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, and also just like imagine if like we tried to get girls and like he was there.
Yeah.
Bad look.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's talk some NBA, Mike.
Yeah. All right. You want to start with All Star or no? Let's start with the Cooper Flag shit.
Yeah. So I just got sham bombed by Mike. I just got Mike bombed.
Yeah, Mike bombed.
I didn't know this. Apparently, Cooper Flag says I want to stay one more year. Some shit.
Yeah,
direct quote.
I saw this. That's exactly what he said. Some shit. No, but I'm not really like opposed to it. Obviously, like that's not my fucking choice. Doesn't matter. Yeah. But we're also like the Rockets aren't in the lottery, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, dude, poor Wizards, bro.
Yeah, that was part of it. Like the teams that have like been like, oh, we're gonna get Cooper Flag.
Bulls getting their pick back.
Just to not get fucking. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like it is definitely underwhelming, but at the same time, like tanking's not really like a good practice.
Yeah, obviously no.
Like,
yeah,
you can't just like you can't be like you're not getting praised for tanking.
And I talked about that. Like teams complain about tanking. I talked about that with the Rockets. That when you guys were just on that run and then complain about not getting the number 1 pick. I'm like, ooh, idea. Don't suck. Maybe be good. Like
that's what I said too.
Obviously, I do truly have no sympathy for like the tanking teams. I have no sympathy for like the fan bases. Like, oh, we lost the lottery. I'm like, yeah. Just
you're still top 5.
Yeah, and also like maybe just be better. How about that? Like I don't like even as a Pacers fan, we were always like the 7th pick. We're on the outside looking in. I was like, oh, of course not. I hate that shit.
Yeah, like when like you said with the Rockets thing, I was like, because I completely agreed with you. I was like, guys, we just suck. Shut up. Like Jesus, we had the window of James Harden's years and fucking sold it because we couldn't get. Either Chris Paul couldn't stay healthy or, just like other guys around him.
I'm sorry that you're not getting, you're getting a life raft instead of being having a whole boat provided to you.
Yeah. Instead of Wemby, we got the second best player in the draft. Yeah, oh my God.
Everyone chill the fuck out.
Yeah, it's not that crazy.
It was annoying. But anyway.
It is annoying. But like, I just don't. Like, Cooper Flag, I do think there's a little bit of like this overreaction with it because of for some reason that everyone thinks he's generational.
I think that's died down a lot. I think everyone I think it's just because we got spoiled with Wembanyama, and Zion was supposed to be generational. So like we had like it was just kind of like we're so used to when we have a player of this hype. I think now it's kind of down to like he's not generational. I think he's finally being treated like Paolo, and like Paolo is like
he's good,
very good. Like and also could be eventually generational, but like not coming in, he was like seen as that. He's a franchise elevator, and it would bum me out if he stayed another year. I know like next year, but like that's what we said last year. I obviously I know it's nowhere near that bad, but man, it would bum me out if we didn't have that. If you and me didn't talk about that.
Well, yeah, for us specifically because of our skin tone, it helps a lot to have him make for.
He's supposed to rep us.
Yeah, no, but there's a lot of other like good players in this draft to where I'm like, okay. Like it's not really.
Yeah. See, I haven't crunched it like you probably.
See, like there's still like the Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey.
So I've seen them. They're fun.
VJ Edgecombe. He's very good. Like
it just sucks to have like Cooper Flag is the 1A. And
he was the clear number one.
He was the clear number one, and like that sucks that we're losing on that. And like cool that like him and DeBanza, is that how you say his last name?
I think so.
Next year. Now we're talking like generational draft.
That's a battle, yeah.
We're talking generational draft. Even if neither of them are generational prospects, it's like there's 2 number ones now.
Yeah,
like
which is cool.
Kind of like how like the whole and I'd say it didn't pan out this way, but the whole Chet Paolo thing was like there's 2 like franchise changing.
And there was
players.
even, I'm not even trying to say this as a Rockets fan, but there was questions that Jabari might go one at that time.
Jabari could so like just kind of like and like. Like I would say Chet and Paolo, I'd say Paolo more so, but they're both franchise-changing players.
Yes.
Cooper Flag is a franchise-changing player.
Especially
Dylan Harper's probably a franchise-changing player.
Ace Bailey as well, maybe.
Yeah, you don't know, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a fun draft class regardless. I'm just I'm bummed. If true,
we're bummed for the white culture.
Yeah, bummed all around.
Yeah, it's definitely a little like sad, but
yeah, it will be funny because the Wizards suck. And it'd be so funny if Cooper Flag doesn't come out and then they get the first pick.
They end up with whoever they get and just keep rotting in hell, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, what was the next thing we had? Oh, I brought up the hypothetical earlier.
I completely forget what it was.
It was imagine if LeBron and Wemby were in the same draft.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know this came out. This literally came out of nowhere.
To this.
So I was thinking like. Picture either Wemby in the 2003 draft or LeBron in 2 years ago's draft.
Let's go in the Wemby in 2003 draft.
Yeah,
I'd say that because that would be more. He would be a freak.
Yeah.
Because now, like, can I say something? I know I'm interrupting.
Go ahead.
I think we could wrap with like. I know this sounds stupid as fuck. With the introduction of Bull, I feel like he was like the single to the album.
Yeah.
And like we in 2003 would not wrap our heads around Wembanyama.
Oh yeah.
Like it would be so, no pun intended, foreign to us. Like that fucking like the concept of Wembanyama. With like I remember when Bull came out, I was like potentially like the mindset was like we didn't even know who Wembanyama was, but it was like there was maybe this special free type of player, and he didn't come to fruition. But I feel like we kind of like we were able to like wrap our minds around Wembanyama, and like it was still like we've never seen this before. But it was kind of like I feel like if Wembanyama just showed up in 2003, we'd be like what the fuck, like dude, Darko went too because he was big and like had like athletic potential. So
yeah, that went.
But now. To answer your question, I still think LeBron goes first because he was seen as perfect.
Yeah, I would lean LeBron. Obviously, that's like it's kind of hard to not put the fucking career that he's had already behind it. But
yeah, that we can't count that. We can't obviously.
I know, it's just
obviously, like, would you like right now? Would you take guaranteed LeBron's career or Wembanyama's potential? You even take LeBron's career with the championships and like the leading scorer. Obviously, Wembanyama's potential sky high, but like you just don't know. There's too much of a risk with that.
Yeah,
I'd say. But like saying like this, I'd say simply from like LeBron was, you know, obviously we didn't know, but like less of an injury factor. I would say LeBron just because like he was perfect, bro. Like obviously we're like I don't know about the jump shot. What?
I'm looking at I peeped LeBron's senior year stats in
high
school.
Talk him.
31.6 points a game. 9.6 rebounds a game, 4.5 steals, 4.5 assists, 3 steals a game. Perfect. Literally perfect.
That's the thing. Like, it was just like, and like, people were like drooling over him. And like, Wembanyama, it's like, do you know what? I think this is what would edge out LeBron. Like, edge LeBron into like the number 1 pick. Wembanyama is a lot of what if. Yeah. LeBron is like, it will. Like, that was
he was also, not to say like, Wemby's not like built for it, I guess, but like LeBron was fucking strong.
Yes.
Like,
LeBron,
you know, he looked like fucking.
The one thing about him, like also is like watching it is like his high school games were nationally televised because it literally was like a grown man playing against little boys. Like
he would just run past everybody.
He would like it literally looked like a 35-year-old playing like 16-year-olds. Like it was like fucked up. Like watching it. Wembanyama is like weird looking. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, so he would probably go too. And imagine if the Pistons would have got Wembanyama during that.
It would have worked better than what they won the finals that year too. That's wild as
and
fuck.
Darko like didn't play. Has a ring though.
He does.
Yeah.
Got a ring before LeBron. That's wild.
Wow. Yeah.
And Melo.
Imagine Stephen A. Smith the next day. LeBron's got a lot of work to do.
You let number 2 go better than you.
Yep. There we go. Somehow yours is more racist.
Sorry.
All right. Any common NBA news?
Timeout again.
What's up?
Did you see my text?
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, are you guys? That's right.
Yeah, you're on the mic. You said bet. Oh, what the fuck? I thought I said. Oh, I'm not even playing. I thought you said bet because I said yeah. I'm not like I. That's just where my yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We should probably go soon, huh?
Well, can you pick me up? Do I have Southern Comfort at your crib?
No, I have Southern Comfort.
Are you sure it's not mine?
I bought it.
Oh.
Take this out. All right, peace. All right.
Back.
All right, back. Mike, any common NBA news you want to chat?
We just kind of wanted to breeze over like some All-Star shit, I guess. You know.
Oh, can I say? Actually, can I know I asked you. Can I say a couple things?
Go ahead.
I am officially excited. I don't know why. I know this is dumb. I'm officially excited about the Warriors.
You are?
I think they actually are good. Like I know that, you know, this is like, it's also could be like, this is new and cool, but like I think this is like this is like the perfect Steph like situation. Like I think Jimmy Butler, like with a fuck you in him for a whole, like this year and next, I'm excited for at least this playoff run, and then the next. I think they're going to be good. Like truly, I think Draymond and Jimmy are perfect together. I think them not giving up Kuminga. I think Kuminga is going to be special for like a special role player. I think he's like, this whole time they've wasted his entire career for him to be this right now. Yeah. I think the Warriors are going to be good.
Yeah, I like the. Yeah, I just watched them beat the Rockets last game, but it's kind of like, you know. I think it is nice to see, like, for Steph specifically, it's nice to get another guy that can, like, handle the ball.
Take over. He hasn't had that. He really, since KD, really, just because, I mean, Klay Thompson had moments.
Yeah, like he had the 37 and a quarter and whatever, but, like.
But, like, that was a long time ago. Like, I'm talking, like, within the last, like, even, like, that year that they beat the Celtics, it was still mostly Curry.
Yeah, like, there was, like, the Jordan Poole moments and shit. But, like, you couldn't get, like, a guy that was like, oh, I need a bucket. Or I need fucking 5 buckets, you know, like I can either go get them or like pass, like, you know, make plays. It's not like you can just, but Jimmy Butler, especially in the playoffs, does that. Like, I don't know what he looks like at age 35, who knows, in the playoffs, but like it's been, because he didn't play last year in the playoffs, so we have really like, it's kind of weird. But it is nice to see like another 1A, 1B kind of situation with the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like they were putting so much, they were like wasting so much gas on Curry. You know, like he was just like, he is a step slower this year, is not who he was. Yeah. And like he can get you 37, but he can't get you 43, which is like, you know, truly a difference now. Like, and it's just like, he's not who he was. And you have like a weird collection of role players, but like a fun weird now, especially with Jimmy. I think Jimmy also is like, I mean, they have Draymond. Like, Draymond is the vocal leader of that team because, like, you know, Curry really isn't, you know? Having Jimmy in there as well, like, because he, you know, like, he attacks weak people, you know? Like, I'm not saying, like, people are weak, but it's like, he hated rookie year Wiggins, you know? Like, he hated... Which is hilarious. Like he would just go at
Cat,
people. Yeah, he hated Cat. Like, and I think the Warriors need that.
Yeah, they do, especially... Because that is... It's like a weird... They have a lot of young guys, but, like, they haven't really, like, they're not young and, like, stars yet, you know? Like, they're kind of just, like, they're, like, growing into, like, good players. It's kind of hard to, like, some of them are, like, Kuminga
and that's, stop there. Honestly, like, that's where, like, I'm saying, like, I think stop there. Because, like, Kuminga, maybe, I think Paz at best is, like, a 6-man. Yeah. And, like, but this is good for this team, but, like, there is no future with this Warriors team, in my opinion. The future is Kuminga, and I don't know. Like,
some of them are like not. They don't mind blow you at all. Like Moody, he can be solid. You know, like
Moody is like he's already in his role. He has already arrived, and I think he's good.
Yeah, he's
and
solid.
I think he's perfect for this. That's what I'm saying. I'm excited. I was not excited whatsoever about the future of the Golden State Warriors. I'm excited about these players with this team, with Jimmy added to it. And I think the Warriors are going to be fun. I think they are truly a sneaky contender this year, and then also a sneaky contender next year.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's it.
Yeah, you've got to fucking pivot after that.
Yeah.
It's not like Jimmy's got long.
They were spoiled. You get 4. You get 4.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Pacers fan, fam.
Yeah,
like,
and you had to buy KD to get fucking 2 of them. So
yeah.
Shit pissed me off. Anyway, all right. I don't even know what to talk about with the All-Star game. Actually, no. Let's just do some picks for the other competitions.
Okay, and then also one thing to pitch, and I want to keep this in because this is also like a statement from me. Can we not talk about the All-Star game?
Okay.
It is so unimportant.
I'm fine with
it is.
I was just thinking about the other
but like I'm also like this is me I'm passive aggressively making a statement. The All-Star game's nothing.
I know.
It's useless, I'm not stupid, and it's not fixed. It won't be fixed. And let's just like truly let's.
They made it worse.
I know that's and I get throwing shit at the wall, having fun. Adam Silver. Anyway, let's talk about the.
Like I'm just thinking about the dunk contest.
Yeah. Mac McClung.
Mac McClung? Is that your pick?
I don't know who else is in it.
Andre Jackson Jr., Modest Buzelis, and Stephon Castle.
Ooh, Stephon Castle would be fun.
I'm in between him. Andre Jackson's nice. Like he flies, bro.
Really?
It's fucking. He's a bigger dude. He's like 6'7", I think. But
that's so funny that like they just elevate Mac McClung. Like that's just like so funny.
That tells you where it's at, though.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Bad. Who's in the 3-point competition?
It's a longer
pull
list.
That up. Darius Garland.
Yeah, I'm leaning him or Dame. I mean, Dame's the favorite, obviously, but
yeah, Darius Garland.
Yeah, I'm leaning Dame just due to the fact. I mean, he's won it before, and he's the second most prolific 3-point shooter in well, second or third. I don't know how to explain him and James Harden really.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a.
Yeah.
These contests kind of have like bored me the last few years anyway.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't really been intrigued by the dunk contest. It's like 2018, maybe when like Donovan Mitchell won it. Even before that, it was like the last real great one was the Levine and Gordon one.
Yeah.
You know,
was that back-to-back years 3 or some shit?
The last one was 16. I don't know if they did it in 15 both. But yeah, it's just like they've really fallen away from being like, you know, fun, and like they're just ruining it because the All-Star game is not good either. Like it's, especially now with this tournament shit. Like I don't know why you did that. But it's beyond me. I don't know.
Yeah, outside of like, I guess there's not much. Because, you know, we talked about the Luka trade. We'll probably have more to talk about after the All-Star break.
Yeah. I forgot. I wanted to bring up something else with NFL real quick. What would you... I saw this shit. Colin Cowherd brought it up for the Giants and Matt Stafford. Apparently the Rams are asking for the 3rd overall pick.
Oh, what? For Matt Stafford?
Yeah. If you're Joe Shane, you do what?
Exactly? No, you don't because, like... Yeah, just because, like...
Well, okay, so
there's a reason. Like
what realistically
that got leaked. Like so, this has apparently happened. Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy.
What would you give up for Matt Stafford? If I'm just say you're
so for one, because you are getting 1 year of Matt Stafford.
1 or 2, I'd say 2.
I lean 1, dude.
Okay.
Like just injuries. He gets the fuck beat out of him.
He doesn't. Yeah, and our line's not
good. Man, that's the thing. Like, okay, the Giants, I would give up a 3rd max just because you guys aren't ready. Like, you guys wouldn't do shit with Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you guys?
It's like hard to.
Do you guys make the playoffs with Matt Stafford? Yes, you have a number 1. Maybe. That's it. No, I don't think so. Like,
well, I've got to see more of like what free agency brings us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because like,
I just
it's hard
still
to,
like. I would still like. I don't even know if I'd give up a 3rd. Like I just because like. A lot of other teams, yes. Like a team that's like kind of playoff ready, but like no, not you guys.
Yeah, that's weird to like.
Not the Titans, like not the You know what? Maybe the Browns. Maybe the Browns should if that was that's a way out.
Well, yeah, because they're also trying to. They want to make a case for Myles Garrett.
They still have also some win now. They have a decent amount of win now. They have a
lot of good defensive.
Okay, the Browns are a case. I would give up my second round pick from the Browns.
Maybe yeah.
I really don't know if I'd give up that second pick.
No. Hell no. I'm not giving maybe late first. I doubt it though. I wouldn't do that really either. Unless you're literally a quarterback away from a Super Bowl. There's no one like that though. Maybe the Steelers, but
the Browns would convince themselves.
Yeah, well they're dumb.
Yeah, but the Brown. I mean, a lot of teams can convince themselves that a good. Yeah, Steelers is a good. Yeah, that is a team. Yes, honestly, they should give it up in a heartbeat because
their pick's not crazy. I
mean, and they're outside a quarterback. They're not going to get a quarterback.
Yeah, and
if the Browns' argument would be let's just take Cam Ward, and then we'll just obviously he's probably not going to be as good as Matt Stafford, but we reset the clock way cheaper, blah blah blah. Yeah. Let me think. Outside of Steelers, I genuinely think the Browns, in theory, could be a quarterback away. Honestly, they could. Just the way they're built. Probably not, but you know what I'm saying? You can't just give up if you're the front office. Have that opportunity and be nah. You can't be we're not good. The Giants can do that. The Giants suck. In theory, a year ago, Joe Douglas would have gone for it. You know what I'm saying?
He fucking did with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's I'd say probably not the Jets, just because they probably have they're finally okay, let's chill out. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets.
I don't know what they trade though.
Yeah, Seahawks. No, they're farther away than we.
Gino's also still decent.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what other teams. I'm trying to think NFC because they probably wouldn't do
there's
NFC.
Not much.
Also,
I wouldn't say the Vikings because they're just probably going to lean into McCarthy next year.
Because you wouldn't give up real capital for him because
they're just going to lean into McCarthy being good. Yeah.
If I am the Vikings, I do a fourth easy.
Just to give McCarthy someone to learn. He's still
young. Not even that. They have a Super Bowl window. Matt Stafford, if take this team last year, take this 14 and whatever fucking
14-3, yeah.
14-3 team, put Stafford on it in that playoff game. They lost to the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
And Sam Darnold looked
they might be holding up the Lombardi. I just they do have a Super Bowl window, so I could see them. And honestly, you could talk me into a third for them.
Yeah,
giving up.
For more win now teams, I feel like it's more.
I wouldn't give up the first if I were the. And now I think about it, the Vikings just don't have picks. They traded them all for Dallas Turner and JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird situation. Weird. I don't think the Giants really.
What's the highest you give up for the Giants? And I don't think you should at all because you aren't. I don't think he's elevating. He maybe takes you to the wild card. You guys are just not a good team.
I just. Because there's more issues, and he is also making a decent amount of money still. Mm-hmm. It's not
that's not a huge problem for you guys though. You guys just don't have the talent.
Yeah, I know. It's Malik Neighbors, and then Wandell's okay.
He would get the fuck beaten out of him.
Yeah, our line's that line. Our left Andrew Thomas is great.
Yeah.
But after that,
it's we saw having one lineman doesn't do it.
He also was hurt half the year. Yeah. He's an injury prone guy, so it's not it's a staple that he's gonna be there the whole season. Yeah. So it's not. I wouldn't do it. There's been I'm trying to convince myself what we would do
it's an interesting question
because I do like Matt Stafford
he can win you a Super Bowl we obviously know that. I don't think he can win the Giants a Super Bowl
because the Rams were much better built, probably much better coached as well. Yes. They had the best defensive player of our generation.
Yeah.
So it's just. I don't know.
I am not even playing. I'm not even trying to be funny. I don't even know if he takes you guys to the playoffs.
I don't know either. I don't
know. That's I don't know what pick that's worth. It's being oh, I don't know if we make the playoffs.
See, I think the ultimate value out of him would be drafting a quarterback behind him and letting them learn from him.
For the Giants.
Yes.
Because
he's not gonna bring. Like I said, he's still a top 6-7 quarterback in the league.
Malik Neighbors would love playing with him.
Yeah,
because he just does buddy ball. He spams the Puka Nacua button.
He said that too. Apparently it's I like the way he throws the ball and shit like that. Because he fucking rifles it in there and shit like that. And he can just get you the ball.
Yeah.
And Malik just needs to have the ball in his hands and he can make plays himself. So it's not. I don't know. It's definitely strange.
Mike, you want to do your minute?
I can. I was just gonna say I'm excited for.
Baseball. Can. What the fuck was that?
I didn't really prepare much for it.
Well, it's Mike's minute.
I know. Sorry.
It's your minute.
I know. I'm just gonna say I'm excited for baseball season. You know, this is my favorite sport. I know we're probably not me and him are not gonna discuss it that much because Jackson really doesn't know anything about baseball. But, you know, I'm excited. Obviously, I'm wearing a fucking Mets jersey and hat, so I'm also wearing a Mets shirt under the hoodie.
There we go.
But it's just nice. Hopefully the Mets can, you know, fucking lock in and maybe win a World Series. Who knows? Yeah, it'll be a fun, long summer, you know. Maybe Jackson will actually dedicate some time to... Okay, never mind. It's a lost cause. Never mind, guys.
Yuck.
I'll just start a podcast with my little brother.
Oh, yeah. All right. Anything else, Big Mike?
No, that wasn't even a minute, but we'll take it.
I mean, yeah, but...
I didn't really...
You're a really polarizing figure. Bro.
I didn't really prepare that much for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thank you. The boys are back in town.